Hi, Tom again from Gramanji. Today we're going to teach you guys how to mix up your nutrients. In the Gramanji system, you're going to get 5 nutrients that you're going to be able to put inside your 1 gallon container. Any household 1 gallon container washed out, make sure it's clean, will do. Simply take out your green dot, open it up, get yourself about 8 ounces. Right here, this is about 12 ounces, 8 to 12 ounces of warm water. It helps dissolve just like sugar and iced tea. Take 1 decent scoop of the green dot, put it in there, followed by 1 scoop of the blue dot. Don't be afraid to put something, get it on the spoon. 1 to 1 to a half of the yellow dot. It doesn't matter. If you do like about a level scoop, that's fine for the yellow dot. The red is the volcanic ash. These are our trace elements. You're only going to use this 1 time for your initial setup and complete water changes. If you do a complete water change, then you'll use this. Every time when you're adding nutrients to the system, you're just going to use the green, the blue, and the yellow dot. You're not going to use this. This is just a supplement. This is very heavy and it sinks on the bottom and it slowly releases trace elements into the system. You don't need to constantly re-add this. This is your pH down. This is what's going to lower your pH. Once we mix up the nutrients, we're going to test the pH of the water and then we'll add this if necessary. This will lower your pH. Okay. All the nutrients are in there right now, so I'm just going to mix them up like so in the warm water. And don't worry if they don't totally dissolve. They'll dissolve in time. You know, you might have a few crystals on the bottom. They'll dissolve once you add the water. Pour the water in. Okay. Take a garden hose, your sink, anything you want, and fill the rest of the jug up with water all the way to the top. Make sure it has a cap that secures pretty well. In my case, I actually used a pool container, and just shake it up. And that's why I use the warm water. It helps dissolve the nutrients better. It's not exact science. You just mix it up. Okay. Make sure you rinse out your initial container that you mixed all the nutrients in, so you're going to test the water. Okay, now you have a clean container. I'm going to take a little bit of my nutrients out. I'm curious to see what the pH of this water is. Remember, once again, the ideal pH should be between 5 and 6. It's orange to yellow. And you'll see that on your color chart on your pH paper. Simply make sure your hands are dry. Mine are a little moist, so I'm going to try to be careful because they'll affect the readings. Got a nice dry piece of pH paper. I dip it in about halfway. I look at it. And you see how dark it is? If I look on my color chart, I can actually see that it's actually between 6 and 7. It's a little on the green side. I want it more on the yellow side. See how green it is? So what I'm going to do is simply add a little bit of my pH down. So I'm going to go back, pour my nutrients back in. It's very easy to use a measuring cup because you can do this. Put that back in, and I'm going to take about 1 to 2 scoops. Okay. And that's, once again, the pH down is the one with the black dot. Put the lid back on. This is so simple to do. And then these nutrients, you'll be able to use them throughout the whole time you're growing with the Gramanji. All right, that's it. And pour them back in. Take out another piece of my handy pH paper. Dip it in. And voila. It's between 6 and 5. It's yellow to orange. Perfect. That is the perfect pH for this plant. The reason why we want between 5 and 6 is that's the optimal pH for the plant to absorb every bit of the nutrients and trace elements that we provide. So, once again, take your residual, put it back. Now, these nutrients are going to be used to keep your germination tray, your seedlings moist. It's going to be used to top off your system. It's going to be used throughout. You store these things in a dry, dark place, like a cabinet in your garage, someplace that's maybe on your pool patio, away from children. There are chemicals, they are fertilizer, so don't let your dogs or your cats or anyone drink out of it. Keep them in a secure location, preferably in a cool place. And that's it. Once again, you're going to be using all this throughout the whole Gramanji growing experience. Thank you.